Yo, what's up, everybody? It's another episode of the two Mad Geniuses with your boy, Delonte Hinton.
Boy Josh Ox. We here for another episode, and today we're going to discuss something been a little controversial, especially on Twitter with the Kendrick Lamar fiance. So we have an argument that we got an email about light skin versus dark skin woman. Maybe this may just be in the black community. I want to say it's just in the black community for today. But what are your thoughts on this, guy?
Man, my thoughts on this is pretty much like anybody else that have common sense in the world. It's a dumb topic. It is really.
I strongly agree. Well, why are we talking about light skin versus dark skin?
I just want to know what the logic of the thinking is. I just want to know the logic. Like, people overlook the fact that Kendrick Lamar's fiance was with him from the beginning.
It doesn't matter. This is woman logic. Remember that. Woman logic does not have to make sense. It's what makes sense. Thank you.
And then on top of that, the whole thing started.
I'm not a sexist, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, this whole thing is not about bashing women. It's not.
Yeah.
But the chick that started the whole thing with Kendrick Lamar's fiance fiasco, I didn't know. She was like, what the hell do they call it? Like a dark skinned activist? Something crazy. So that alone, when y'all follow that let me know really.
They got dark skinned activists now.
It's crazy.
Insecurity is getting strong. It's strong in this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like Star Wars. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
The force is strong with this one.
I know, right? But we're just gonna touch on some, the insecurities between both parties.
Mm-hmm. I think this argument is mainly between females, not men and females.
Yeah.
Because it's more like, I guess it's like a civil war in the black community, light skin versus dark skin, or brown skin, or whatever.
Because when we was growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like when we was kids, even like back in the day, if you was light skinned, pretty much you was gonna get all the attention.
True.
Pretty much. And they get overlooked.
Hey, just because you light skinned
does not mean
you're attractive.
Exactly.
I've seen some busted light skinned chicks. Don't.
You said busted?
I mean, just a waste of light skin. Like, just a waste of light skin. Like an ugly light skin girl, just a waste of light skin.
And I have seen some drinks that look like some gremlins out here.
Yeah, just because you light skin, that means you cute.
Yeah, so, I mean.
They call that a Jezebel.
But I mean, it's always going to be that debate between those two. Just for the fact that there's no other reason to dislike this person.
That is true.
It's literally another form. I'm not even gonna say it's racism.
It's called colorism.
Colorism, yeah.
The black community. It's called colorism.
So
that is true, because the perception is the lighter you are, I guess, is the closer you to white, you get more attention. Yeah. I think it may have to do with the media, because the media do promote
they promote that.
They promote like mixed black women as beauty, not dark skin.
Yeah.
Dark skin, they do have a fair point, and like especially in the model industry, they do.
I was about to say
show
the
no
model
love to a dark skin chick.
Yeah.
I will have to agree with that to a degree.
Yeah, I totally agree with you with the models, because I'm like, now you look at most of the models outside, like in the major fields, it's not too many dark skin ones. You see more brown skin ones. Yeah. Some of us,
and some of them not even black.
Exactly,
like
they mix.
And they're like,
so the model industry, it shows a big part of what's going on in the world with that.
Mm-hmm.
The video aspect of it showing that too, with some of the old, like when video vixens was a thing back in the 90s and the 2000s. And just the news in general, even news anchors. If you look at the news, it's not that many dark skinned chicks out there.
What would you say is because? But I mean, then you can get into it's a whole bunch of arguments.
It's a lot of arguments.
Like if you say like the weather girl she's light skinned, but then you say why is no dark skin, but you don't know if that light skinned girl bust her butt to get that weather woman job.
It's like
it's like if that's a case by case, but I do understand the model industry. I sort of have an idea.
Yeah,
I think they go with the mixed girls, not just the pure black girls, dark skin girls, because they want to appeal more to other audience, not just black people. So I sort of understand from a business standpoint. I don't think it's right, but from a business standpoint, they should have like more mixture, more diversity amongst the models.
Yeah. It's the same way it is with movies. It wasn't that many really black actors out, not unless it was coming from. It's still not that many black actors. But most of them are taking more of the major roles.
How many times, bro? They don't even really write black characters in Hollywood. Very rare. There's some. I mean, I'm not bashing Hollywood. It is what it is. That's how the industry is. That's how the industry is.
But that's nothing new though in the Hollywood world.
That's something we all don't know. Yeah. That's something we all don't know. We all already know. So it's no point.
And so you think that? Do you think this war? Well, I ain't gonna say this war, but do you think this is really over?
No.
Attention of men though.
Yes, it's the attention. This is come back. I don't want to sound sexist. It's coming down who gets the most attention. I even heard somebody had an argument about this with strippers. Like light skin strippers get more attention than dark skin.
They
get
more tips. Yeah, they get more tips.
I seen they actually have a documentary about this. I believe it's something like that. Light skin versus dark. They have a documentary. It's somewhere on the internet. Yeah, I forgot what it's called. But then I was like, I think it's more of attention. Like, I mean. Because you know how fads, they sort of do have fads a little. Like one point, dark skin girls, like, you know, the black and berry, the sweeter juice back in the day. Now it's more like mix and stuff like that. I mean, but you could flip the script. Because back in the day, light skin brothers used to be in style.
Yeah.
Now
I'll be showing all them.
Yeah, man, it used to be, but you can't do that because, you know, it's a double standard. It's a double standard between sexes.
Yeah. And that was my other point was going to be, the double standards of this is really like, what is the logic? Because, which we're going to go to another,
Can we flip on the double standard? So, let me get this clear. So, I see black women plenty of times say, I want a dark skin brother.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's flip it on, let's make it like vice versa. Yeah. So, say that a black guy likes light skin or brown skin girls. We're going to put light skin, brown skin. Yeah. Why would people get offended if a guy said? I remember then Young Bird got in trouble for saying he liked light skinned girls or something like that.
Yeah, Young Bird.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, and they still hate him for that.
Kevin Hart got in trouble for putting a tweet about dark skin, even though he talked about dark skin and light skin. Yeah. They just ignored the light skin part and just focused on the dark skin part.
But with the Young Bird situation, I mean, I understand what he said. It was like out of context.
They took what he said. They took what he said completely out of context. I saw the interview. I was like, they took what he said completely out of context. They took like one part and forgot what he said before and after.
So I mean, you not unless you could actually be in our shoes per se. Not to sound like you said, not trying to sound sexist. We putting a disclaimer out right now. We're not trying to be sexist. We're not trying to bash females on this. But the problem is, to be honest, the problem is within the female race.
It's between the females, not between the males. Yeah. It's like females trying to make it to a sex argument, like a man versus female. It's really not. It's females versus female argument. Because it's pretty much who gets more attention. Yeah. We don't like her because they get more attention. Yeah. Not to take the fact that it doesn't matter. To me, color it doesn't matter. If you're attractive, you're attractive. You're going to get attention. Yeah. That's just how it is.
And I was saying, now unless y'all in our shoes, you don't know what guy's gonna be attracted to.
Most of the girls who really talking about light skin versus dark skin, I hate to say this, coming from like a ugly girl argument.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not saying most of the time the girls bring up the light skin. Most of the time I'm not that attractive. Or it could not all the time.
Yeah. Or it could be something could happen with her with a dark skin or light skin chick in a previous relationship.
I think it comes down more to like. You also got, bro. It could be something to do with the parents too, the mother. You know how they raise them, like the girl with the pretty hair and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, girls like that, you stay away from them.
Yeah, you know,
they take your men. They take everything you have.
Jezebel.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I'm not supposed to go with you.
But but touch on the double standards of it though. It's like we said, it's no argument between the men aspect of it, because we know what we're going to like. We got different preference on that anyway. Because at the end of the day, what's the color of the main thing we trying to get? Pink.
Man, you got a point. So most guys, be honest, most guys really don't have a preference. Like
it's no
to a degree they got a preference, but a guy go beyond his preference. A girl, you can find the most. Let's put. You can find probably the most racist white guy. If he came across attractive, he's not
gonna turn it down.
I'm being realistic. I doubt he may say I really don't care for black girls, but he's not gonna stop.
He ain't
gonna not. No, I'm not gonna stop. Bro, I never seen a black guy be like, you know what? I'm not gonna talk to her because she dark skinned. I never heard that. I never heard that dude. I never heard that from a guy. Yeah. Never ever in the history of man. Yeah. I never heard it. I'm pretty sure somebody said it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure somebody said it. There's always the exception to the rule, but I never heard it.
But if you look, now let's flip that script. And same thing. Women, y'all say y'all don't have a preference, but guess what?
Women do have a preference.
They got a preference.
They got more preference than a guy.
Exactly.
A guy preference list is very short. It's like 2 things. It's like literally like two things. She attractive.
Attractive and what she look like outside of her regular clothes. That's pretty much.
What she look like naked.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's the 2 standards. I hate to say it. Guys are very simple. Females are a little more complex. A little more complex.
And I really think, and real for it, they even touch more on on that side of that. What do you think is a mental installment for this to happen? Like, I mean, I
boil it down to the parents.
You think it's more on the parents?
Yeah, the parents. Sometimes the parents, you know how the parents bring up like, oh, you got nappy hair. Oh, you need to get a perm. That type of effect over a long term brings insecurities out. Like to me, it brings
that was gonna be my other point.
It brings insecurities out. Like it's mainly more insecurity. Yeah. To me, it doesn't matter. Most girls know if they're attractive, they can get a dude. Yeah. So they don't really have to worry about the light skin.
And that's the thing I never get. It's mostly like you said, it's mostly the ugly, most of the ugly ones. I already know I ain't.
The ugly or the not attractive. The very attractive.
Or really the ones that have self-esteem problems.
It's mainly, I think it's more of a self-esteem. It's more like, to me, the light skin versus dark skin.
It's a self-esteem thing.
It's more of a cop-out. It's like, It's like a girl that says, I can't find a man because all these guys date light-skinned girls or white girls or whatever. I'm just naming like some Mexican girls, whatever, Asian girls. Whatever you want to talk about. It's more like a cop-out. It's called, I call it, it's looking out instead of looking in. Yeah. So you blame everything else outside instead of looking inside, like looking in the mirror, talking about fixing.
What's that other, and you know that other excuse they use?
What's that?
All the brothers always want to go with the other different races. No, we don't have a preference. Whoever make us happy at the end of the day.
I always tell people this. All men are, I'm especially black men. All black men are men first, then black man second. Like men have preference to a degree.
Yeah.
It's not along with us. I'm letting everybody know it's not along with us.
It's like the 2 things he said earlier is that, but that's also at the same time it really is depending on who make you happy at the end of the day. If the person's happy, it shouldn't matter what shade, color, race, and artistic. It doesn't matter
unless you mess with an animal. That's downright trifling. But
yeah, we shouldn't be seeing you with a horse.
You should be walking down with your dog, giving it extra love.
Speaking of, I shouldn't even see nobody. I seen this on the New York Daily News about a chick that fell in love with a tree. A tree that named it Tom and everything. Yeah, she was.
Oh, okay. You might have to edit that part out.
But I mean,
jeez, wow.
I mean, but
she was crazy.
Hey,
I think she's crazy. I'm not going. I want to say that's an exception to the rule because I'm just going to put her on a crazy list.
Yeah,
we're going to write her off as crazy. We're going to write her off as crazy.
But also another thing, and this is my key point where I think a lot of people will probably agree. 85 to 90% of the marriages that that this whole thing is over with is black marriages.
Oh, so 90%? That's actually a real fact. Census, I believe the census.
Census Bureau wrote
90% of black men married.
Are married.
And another false thing people be saying, like NBA athletes. Oh, yeah. That's what white women. You do know most of them are married to black women. This is like actual fact.
And be honest with you, I'll say 25, maybe 30% of them are married to their high school sweethearts.
Yeah. Or the girl they was with in college. Most time it's the girl they was with in college. Whoever their girl was in college. Most of the time that's it. There's a few exceptions most of the time. It's they college sweetheart.
Yeah, so I mean, but that whole thing.
Yeah, most of them are married to black women.
Black women. Period.
But some people go into more detail. She's not really black. She's like mixed. She look Hispanic. You know, people. It's a few people that if you're not dark skin, doesn't count as a black woman, or she's like dark brown skin, doesn't count as a black. If she's light and bright.
But at the end of the day, what they gonna check on their application? They can't. I mean, they really can't check 2 boxes. Not unless they really.
I really don't even want to entertain this topic because it's pretty much down to somebody's getting jealous of who gets more attention than the other. That's pretty much what this argument is about. But I understand dark skin. There are.
This is and I'm about to say. I mean, not to cut you off. This is the perfect example of this whole dark skin versus light skin shit. It's trying to see which brother get more attention than the other. You know what I'm saying? Like the older brother is like, okay, you giving the little brother a little bit more attention than you used to give me.
I think this don't happen now. Do men be this jealous? Men do get jealous, but
you
never hear the light skinned niggas like, man, these dark skinned niggas messing it up for me.
because of the fact that our mental game is a whole lot different.
I think it's because men are judged differently. Men are not judged based off their looks.
Nah, we based off of our actual actions.
Yeah, men are based on more than just looks. Like men are judged more.
Because dude, a buster, it don't matter what color he is. If he a buster, he a buster. There is no, there's no secondary. You know
asshole has no race.
Exactly. Exactly. So, and then we gonna touch on. I know it's gonna be a little touchy subject because it's kind of hot nowadays.
We gonna back on interracial.
Yeah, the interracial thing. Yeah.
What about it? It's nothing wrong about interracial. This should be a short video about interracial.
Yeah, this should be like
2 minutes.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
If someone makes you happy, it doesn't matter where everybody.
Yeah.
I think it's more like the social norm. You got a little outside. Interracial is a little bit out of the social norm. Yeah, it happens.
But stop listening to people outside of your circle. That's what gets y'all in trouble with that.
But it's a double standard if you date interracial in the black community. If you're a black man, you date interracial, you consider a sellout. But black woman, black woman, it's okay for them to date interracial. Nobody really, they get criticism, but they don't get as bad as black men. Nah. If I came home with a white, say that I made it. Say for example, this podcast made it. Oh, this nigga got famous, married himself a white girl. Left the community. Sell out. Mark them off. Sell out. Which may not be true. Because I actually met people who never even. I had a person in college that never dated a black girl. Where he's from, it wasn't no black.
And that's another thing too.
It's exceptions
to the rule. Yeah, I was saying, it's even because you would come from a whole different, like down the country somewhere. And it was not that many black kids around.
That's an exception to the rule. Yeah. So many. Some people just have. I always say everybody has their own preference. So you shouldn't judge nobody by their preference. No. It's because it's plenty of black girls that be like, I don't even want to mess with dark skinned niggas. I'm brown skinned. Do you see me get offended?
I know.
I'm like, well, I could not care.
Yeah, I was like, I already know I'm dark skinned.
Because guys be like, well, no one bite the dust.
I know, right?
Like that's how I look at it.
Delete that one off the phone.
Go ahead and put don't answer next to her name.
But I mean, we don't come on now. Let's be real. We see the post on the Instagram where y'all be talking about. All right, stop messing with what's the name? Tyrone and get with a Tom. You be like, really?
I've seen a lot of tweets and Facebook messages like, I'm so tired of brothers, so go get me a white boy.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Why don't you just get it? And why you got post it?
Why you got post it? Like, just do it. You scared to do it? Like, what's wrong? Is that your insecurity kicking in?
Like, I think it's more of a rant. You're getting emotional and just angry.
Okay, just because your ex-boyfriend did you wrong does not mean all black guys is gonna do you wrong.
I'm not talking about people that did you wrong. A lot of girls know a guy's about to do them wrong.
Yeah,
because I have female friends that like. It'd be like so many red flags. Like, you didn't see these red flags when you first started talking.
Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast.
That's not a podcast. We it's like when you start talking to people, it's flags that you like, oh yeah, like you talk to, oh yeah, I don't have a job. Red flag, flag on the plate. Why are you still talking to him? Why are you entertaining him? I know girls that be like trying to make an excuse. Well, he's trying. I was like,
he been trying for the last 2 years.
I always tell people, if you don't have your money right. This is from a man's perspective. Any men out there, if you don't have your money right, if you can't afford to take a girl on a $40, $50 date, I'm doing it. That's like the bare minimum. $40, $50 is that reasonable for a date? Or $40, $50 reasonable? It's like done in a movie, done in some popcorn, give or take. If you can't afford to take a girl out, I don't think you should be dating. I think you should be focused on trying to better yourself, get money. Yeah. But people don't think like that. People think off instant gratification and like stuff like that. Yeah. So. I'm just looking at long term. You don't put nobody in a situation you're not ready for.
Yeah. And with that, see, at the end of the day, and we probably gonna leave it out like this.
You think that's it? Is that a rap song?
No, I mean, pretty much.
We gotta play the music. Wrap it up, B.
At the end of the day, it's ignorance at the end. Like, period. It's gonna be flat out ignorance when it comes to that topic.
When I hit the light skin versus dark, I just put my hand on my.
I put my hand on
I just want face palm. Like, why are we even discussing this? We got bigger issues.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about the black community, we got way bigger issues than the light skin versus dark skin.
Yeah.
We can discuss
that for. That should not be a report on the CNN. I'm sorry.
That should be the very last topic. Maybe we can get that at the end when the black community is rebuilding. Maybe put that like an end. Oh yeah, man, we might as well fix that while we at it.
Yeah, but it's ignorant. It's ignorant.
But I do get the media do promote light skinned girls more, so I will agree to extent.
To an extent, but
light skinned or mixed girls. Light skinned exceptions don't swallow the rule. You know they don't.
Yeah,
exceptions don't swallow the rule. I mean, I think that's it.
But don't blame. But at the end, don't blame us because of the fact of our preferences. It's not us.
There's nothing wrong with a man having preferences.
Yeah, it's not us.
I tell anything. You cannot tell a guy what makes what attracts.
What attracts us to that person?
You can't tell it. Like I can't tell you. That's like me saying, "Oh well." Let me give an example. That's like you telling me you like Trey Songz. Like, nah, you don't like no motherfucker Trey Songz. You should like motherfucker. Tyrese something. You can look at me like, you really making that argument?
Exactly.
Like, I'm like, pulse.
Yeah,
you got the pulse.
So, I mean, ladies got their preference. Dudes got our preference. Doesn't matter what the shade
Truth is, a lot of girls want to be everybody's preference. Everybody got big girls, little girls. It's not wrong with big girls. Everybody got their preference. Everybody got their preference. Some people like big girls. Some people like skinny girls. Some people don't. Some people like them thick. Some people don't. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Some people like white. Some people like black. Some people prefer Hispanic, Asian, whatever your preference is.
Exactly. So,
some people like extreme cases like midgets and stuff like that.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat on
fetish,
that. Yeah, that's a fetish.
But I mean,
but to end it out with this. You got to look at yourself in the mirror first before you make any more judgments.
I agree with that. And I also say don't bring in the light skin versus dark skin argument. Just because you're not getting attention from that guy or that person. Yeah. Most of the time, that's pretty much what it comes down to. It doesn't necessarily comes down to. It's more about the person who's complaining.
One female.
The boy to cry wolf.
Yeah, one female, one male should not determine your whole outlook on the whole race or whole shade thing, period.
There's assholes of every race.
Assholes of every race. So,
in my opinion.
But yeah, so we're going to end it out on that. So, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, leave your comments. We definitely want to hear, we got email. We're working on getting an email that's strictly just for
this
Two Magics. So
we should create one.
We talking about creating one. And also a Twitter page too.
Follow on our Twitter. I'm at Josh the Movie Guy. Also do reviews on movies and stuff like that. I'm trying to do tech reviews more. Well, I haven't had time. Been pretty busy. You can email me at joshhawk6@gmail.com. We're gonna leave a link down below. Yep. Check out our other videos too as well. We have other videos. We have one called Friend Zone. Social media. We got a broad perspective, so we don't just do one typical subject or genre.
Yeah. So, Twitter name Tay.1987. Email is delonte.hinton@gmail.com. Wonderful. Thanks for everybody with the support and everything. We over 300 views. Peace and hair grease, all that good stuff. So salute to everybody. Thanks for the support.
He ain't got the answers though.